We're just outside the door to our apartment, hanging on to each other and fervently praying. Our downstairs neighbors, also Christians, are huddled together, crying out and claiming the blood of Jesus as protection over their lives. We never guessed an earthquake would rock our world that day. Suddenly, the underground waves changed direction, and we heard the crash of pictures and lamps falling to the granite floor. There was no chance to run the 5 flights down and escape the building. The whole structure creaked and groaned over what was happening underneath it. Our thought, is this the end?
After 2 long minutes, it was over, and we joined the throngs of Mexico City's 23 million inhabitants in the streets of the city, assessing the damage, contacting loved ones, some in shock as buildings around them had collapsed. Immediately, the ones who had escaped harm began to pull victims from neighboring buildings that had collapsed. What human drama! Pablo went out immediately to help in a collapsed apartment building a few kilometers from our apartment, while I used the internet to let family and friends know we were safe after the quake.
As in any disaster, when the search for survivors is over, picking up the pieces literally begins.
People also started to pick up the pieces emotionally and spiritually. Everyone has been affected. Their sense of security has been shaken. And this is a great opportunity for all of us Christians in this mega city.
Our specific ministry in Mexico City is to work for the transformation of communities both spiritually and physically. We build up communities by helping churches work together instead of competing with each other, and we work alongside pastors and other Christian leaders, teaching biblical worldview and training them to live out their faith throughout the week. We encourage and mentor them as they tend to people's bodies and souls.
And the earthquake simply made obvious what we knew all along, that really, truly, Jesus is the answer. Through the people with whom we work, we see this every day. Who but He can give forgiveness, peace, and meaning to our lives?
Like the sign on the cross in the garden at a local 16th century church says, La cruz es firmeza en un mundo que se agita. The cross stands firm in a world that shakes. Isn't that the truth? Where would we be if it weren't for Jesus?
This is the message that with many other brothers and sisters we are working to bring to this mega city. It's an exciting ride.
Thank you for being a part of God's work transforming bodies and souls in Mexico City through the ministry of Resonate Global Mission. Because of your prayers and gifts, this ministry is possible.
Just a question for you. Where does your life stability lie?